Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about how we handle FOMO, the famous FOMO, fear of missing out, where this is where you see Dogecoin going to the moon, you want to get in, you don't want to lose out. Tesla stock, all those stocks that people talk about once they're pumping up high and they're a popular topic of conversation and you don't want to lose out and you want to get in. So Kirby, how do you handle this emotion when this happens?
I lean on the famous words of Warren Buffett. Honestly, that's what I do. Um, it's be greedy when everybody's fearful and be fearful when everybody's greedy. Like when the meme stock craze was going on, even in the class, we heard people talking about, oh man, we gotta get in the meme stock, gotta get meme stocks. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it. You know, I look at the fundamentals of a company. I do not pay attention to a stock price. I look at the fundamentals. I look at what the company is doing. The market can be irrational. I mean, we just saw over the weekend with Kitty Cat, whatever that guy's name is. He had so he first he put out a meme of a guy leaning forward in a chair. Uh GameStop went up, 20, 30%. Then he took a screenshot of his account. It's hundreds of millions of dollars in there on GameStop. Stock continues to go up over the weekend. And then he say, I'm gonna do a live stream on Monday. And then I think people realize they following the dude that's damn near a crackhead. So he does the live stream, and I don't know if you've seen it. He does the live stream. He's just rambling about nothing. He's smashing beers. He sound and look high as a kite. And then the stock proceeds to go down about I think 20 or 30%. And to me, it was just like, oh, now y'all realize y'all following somebody that's crazy. But the crazy part of all of it is when he was doing that, and especially when he had posted his account with his position in GameStop, with him doing that, so everybody that jumped in after him, one thing y'all did was made him more money. That's all that happened. He's already in the position. So when y'all found out he was in the position, y'all sent it up. So he went from, 150 million to $500 million because y'all drove him up. But then y'all be the first person to yell, "Oh, the rich need to be taxed more." But you're the one that's making it rich, and it don't have to do with stocks or anything else. But you can see the same thing when the hedge funds have to produce their quarterly buys and stuff like that. You look to see what people already have position in, and you jump in, and then you push the price up. So you're helping them get the money. But again, I lean on like I said, Warren Buffett's statement of be fearful when everybody's greedy. So when I see stuff going on like that, even in the real estate market and during the COVID times, you remember I was telling everybody, oh man, I'm missing on the property. These people buying left and right, they buying left and right. And we was talking about the Florida market where a house wouldn't even stay on the market for 10 minutes. I was like, all right, I'll just pivot somewhere else because we ran the numbers. We ran the fundamentals of doing actually a deal, even at the lower interest rate. The rents that these properties are receiving was not going to cash flow even at the lower interest rates. And then you got lower interest rate, higher price properties not cash flowing, and they were selling the property based on what the projected rents will be 2 and 3 years out. And then now we're 2 and 3 years out of the COVID time, and those rents are nowhere near there. So when everybody else get greedy, I don't say, "Oh, I'm gonna join in." I just, "Oh, I'm gonna pivot somewhere else when nobody's paying attention." That's why I, made the decision to pivot to Georgia, pivot to Oklahoma when it came to real estate. I do not follow the crowd. I believe that if you follow the crowd, and I have the shirt to say, when you follow the masses, the M is silent. I really believe that. I really believe that I'm not following a group of people because a group of people that mean that they're smart. There might be a couple smart people in the group, but the group as a whole is not. So I'm not following the group no matter what. And that's just the basis that I fall on. And I just look for opportunities elsewhere and let the market be irrational, let that crash, let everybody boo-hoo about that, let one or two people make some money off of that FOMO trade, and then we get back to regular scheduled business.
Yeah, I agree with you. And especially on the topic of like meme stocks. Meme stocks have no interest to me because I know at one point they're gonna come crashing right back down. So like in the terms of GameStop or Dogecoin, things like that, like they the companies or the coin or whatever have like no good financials and no good evidence that they're going to maintain that price. It's just like a craze, like just for the moment. And then you see what's leading those prices, and it's people like that guy you mentioned, and then the people that follow him. So they're blindlessly following him. So there's no like support. So at some time, whenever they decide to sell, it just goes crashing right back down. And I don't want to be invested in something like that. On the contrary, when it's companies that are good, that do have good financials, I just also go to another point, where Warren Buffett talks about not spreading your money too thin. If I already know I have three, four good companies in my stock portfolio and I have a good amount invested, and then I see another good company go up, okay, that's fine. But I know what I have, and I know that these companies eventually will prove to be successful and will return me a good return. So I'm not concerned of it in that sense either because I'm not trying to like pick up all the good eggs. I just know I've got a few and I'm gonna stick with these and they're gonna do well. And to another point too is like when people are talking, whether it's at work, whether it's in family, whether it's friends, whether it's out and about, whatever, about the meme stocks and they're telling you, oh, you're gonna miss out. I'm sure you have experienced this too, is like I think to myself, everything I've accomplished, they've missed out on that. So what could I possibly miss out that they're gaining that, I don't already, not that I don't already have, but I've already made wealth or I've already created wealth in other areas. So what I'm doing is successful. I don't have to follow a crowd to be successful, especially a crowd that doesn't know as much, because if you're getting involved in meme stocks, you really don't know what you're investing in.
Right. And to that point, I just don't want to gloss over that point that you said when you just hear random everyday people talking about something. People, if you, I mean, you saw that in the movie The Big Short. I happened to live through the financial crisis when I was actually buying a home. Literally everybody and their mom was talking about buying houses. When the random, every regular, everyday person start talking about investments or a single investment, you're at the top of the market because they're talking about it because they found out about it when it's already went 2, 3, 5, 20x. So now they start talking about it. And then you start hearing more people talking about it. You're at the top of the market. Just like 2007, I was ignorant to the world. I heard everybody in my talking about buying real estate. I bought because I was uninformed, and then the market proceeded to go down. That's the same thing with Bitcoin. I remember walking around the office. One, it was a janitor. He was talking about Bitcoin. He was in there at a low price, and he was talking about it, which was fine. And then a couple months later, and then when he told me about it, I was like, let me look and dabble into it. This one, Bitcoin was around 3 to 5 thousand. Bought a couple coins just to dabble around in it, and then next thing you know, I'm headed to go to Texas. About 2 months later, 2, 3 months later, and then everybody in the office is talking about Bitcoin. And to me, I was like, this is close to the top. And then lo and behold, I fly out to Texas. Uh, I'm in Texas. People at the airport talking about Bitcoin. That night, I'm laying in the bed at a hotel room. In a hotel room, I'm laying in the bed. I wake up at like 2 o'clock because I had alerts set on my phone, and I saw Bitcoin was at 17,000. So I went back to sleep. I woke up like an hour later. It was like 18.5. I went to sleep. I woke up again. It was about 2:33 in the morning. It was like 19 a coin. I just sold it all and I just went back to sleep. And then I proceed the next morning to go meet up with some family friends, and they were still talking about Bitcoin. And I told them, I was like, honestly, I just got out of it. And they were talking about they would just get into it. I was like, I just got out of it. They was like, you crazy? He was like, you don't know this thing going up to $100,000 this year. And then it proceeded to go from 19,000 all the way back to $5,000 in the pursuing weeks. And it sit there for a long time. But when you start hearing regular everyday people talking about investment, you're at the top of the market. The move already happened. You missed out on it. You might as well find out something else. And that's my like canary in the coal mine moment to know what it's greed is set in when people that don't invest at all start talking about investments because they wouldn't talk about it in their regular day and time space. And I mean, I understand the investment world, and I'm happy that people talking about investments, but they're not talking about investment. They're just talking about a FOMO charge to try to jump on a train that's taking off and it's already headed back to come home, and they don't even realize it.
That's a really good strategy. Just like, oh, people are talking about it. All right, let me sell. That's that's smart. But with all that being said, guys, let us know if you have any questions or if you deal with FOMO. Let us know how you do it. Don't forget to share this video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.